Oh, look, Coby, he's cute. My best friend Addie flipped her long red ponytail over her shoulder and beckoned me to the computer. For the past hour, she'd been trolling the singles dating sites, looking, as she so prettily put it, to hook me up and get me off. How someone seemingly so angelic could have such a dirty mind was beyond me, but such was one of the mysteries of life. I stood by my kitchen counter and twisted open a bottle of tonic water to pour into my vodka. It had been a long-ass day, and I wanted a drink. Or 4. It slid down nice and icy cold, running through my blood, numbing everything in its path. I'd been doing this quite a bit lately, and though I knew it was a bad habit, I couldn't figure out how to stop. Sometimes not feeling was a hell of a lot better than dealing with the shit I didn't want to face. Ads, come on, I already told you, I'm not ready. Ugh. She slammed down the cover of my laptop, and I winced. The damn computer had cost me over $1,000, and much as I loved Addie, if she broke it, she was paying for a new one. When are you going to get over Sawyer? That dick was such a... Her expressive hands waved in front of her face as she struggled to come up with the right words to demonstrate her loathing of my ex. Dick, I offered with a grin, trying to be helpful. I think that word best serves him, especially since he was so fond of sharing his with every guy he met. Exactly, which is why you need to start meeting other men and having lots of hot, raunchy sex. Once you start getting some regularly, he'll become a distant memory. We were together a whole year. Even if I dated someone else, I couldn't forget Sawyer so easily. I put my finger over her open lips. Nah. You've known me how long? Since I was 6. So you know I've never been one to go for the sex before commitment. I don't mind a little foreplay, but... I shrugged and took another hefty swig of my drink. I don't jump into bed on the first date, or even the second. Maybe you should. Let go a little and see how it works out for you. All work and no sex makes Coby a very frustrated boy, I see. All I'm saying is... Addie widened her eyes at me before opening the laptop again and studying the screen. Lots of guys here are looking for relationships. I don't know what I want, except I'm enjoying being single. Of course you are. You're finally free. I don't know how you put up with a guy like Sawyer for as long as you did. He didn't act like a boyfriend should. Her indignant voice rose with each word. He never wanted to hang out. He only came over when he wanted sex. When you were sick or needed him for anything, he always had an excuse why he couldn't be there for you. It was always about his needs, not yours. Makes me sound pathetic that I accepted it all. I sat down next to her on the sofa and leaned my head back on the pillows, studying the ceiling. But you're right, I know. Not pathetic. Her hand rested on my thigh. Just lonely. You need to find somebody to love who will love you back the way you deserve. You need someone to care about you. Simple as that. And you think he's there on one of those dating sites, right? I rolled my eyes. Come on. You don't think anyone really ever meets someone that way? It's for desperados. She plucked the glass out of my hand. Well, I can tell you where he isn't. He's not waiting at the bottom of your drink, so you need to stop before this becomes a problem. She shook my glass. And what's so desperate about wanting to find a connection? We live in a huge city, yet we see nobody. Half our time is spent avoiding eye contact, so we don't make the other person feel nervous. We all want someone to tell us we're important and loved. This was about more than me finding a date. Addie had always said she wasn't interested in a relationship or marriage, but her words sounded suspiciously like she was having second thoughts on the subject. Hey. I hugged her close and kissed her cheek. I love you, and you're important to me, always and forever. And maybe desperate is the wrong word. What about you? Are you looking to find someone? Maybe? Her lashes fluttered against her cheek. I don't know. I'm tired too, you know? In my 20s, it was fun to hit up every bar and stay out all night, and God only knows I had some crazy times. Recalling her leaning out of a cab in Times Square at 4 a.m. and lifting her shirt to show her boobs to the crowd, I couldn't disagree. But I sensed a shift in her mood, so I waited. But now, I have my best friend, a great job, and a gorgeous apartment. Maybe it would be nice to come home to someone every night, have him tell me about his day, and talk to him about mine. Maybe. She pulled away from me, shaking her head. You're thinking I'm crazy. I can see it.